The Oak Island Swamp, a place where the earth seems to breathe secrets and the water whispers forgotten tales. It's a landscape both beautiful and treacherous, a constant reminder of nature's raw power. The Oak Island Swamp is where hope goes to die. It's a graveyard of aspirations, a testament to the futility of ambition in the face of nature's indifference. Many have come seeking fortune, but the swamp offers only hardship and disappointment. For centuries, it's crushed the dreams of treasure hunters. It has swallowed their hopes, dashed their expectations, and left them with nothing but the bitter taste of failure. The swamp is a relentless adversary, a force that cannot be reasoned with or overcome. The air is thick with the ghosts of failed expeditions. You can almost hear their whispers on the wind, a chorus of despair echoing through the ages. Their stories are etched into the very fabric of the swamp, a warning to those who dare to follow in their footsteps. Every twisted root and sunken log tells a story of defeat. Each discarded tool, each broken machine, is a monument to shattered dreams. The swamp reclaims everything, erasing the marks of human endeavor and leaving only the scars of failure. The swamp always wins, swallowing tools, flooding tunnels, breaking spirits. It's a master of attrition, wearing down its opponents with relentless pressure and insurmountable obstacles. The swamp preys on weakness, exploiting every vulnerability until nothing remains but despair. It's a natural fortress, a relentless enemy. It guards its secrets jealously, repelling all who seek to uncover them. The swamp is a labyrinth of water and mud, a maze designed to confuse and disorient. The ground is a greedy sludge, pulling you down with every step. It's a constant struggle against the earth itself, a battle against the forces of nature. The swamp seeks to consume everything, to drag you down into its murky depths and bury you forever. The mud clings to your boots and your soul. It's a physical manifestation of the despair that permeates the swamp, a constant reminder of the futility of your efforts. The mud is a symbol of the swamp's power, its ability to corrupt and consume everything it touches. The swamp doesn't care about your plans or technology. It is indifferent to human ambition, a force of nature that cannot be controlled or manipulated. The swamp operates on its own terms, guided by its own ancient rhythms and immutable laws. It has its own rules, outlasting every challenger. It has stood for centuries, weathering storms and enduring the relentless assault of human ambition. The swamp is a testament to the power of nature, a reminder that some forces are simply too great to overcome. Imagine standing on its edge as the fog rolls in, alone, surrounded by doubt. The air is heavy with anticipation, a sense of foreboding that settles deep in your bones. You can feel the weight of history pressing down on you, the echoes of countless failures resonating in the silence. Many have stood here, filled with hope, only to be extinguished by the cold, damp reality. The swamp is a crucible, testing the limits of human endurance and exposing the fragility of hope. It is a place where dreams are shattered and ambitions are drowned. The swamp is a test of character. It finds your weakness and exploits it. It preys on your fears, amplifies your doubts, and chips away at your resolve until you are left with nothing but the desire to escape. The swamp is a mirror reflecting back your own vulnerabilities and insecurities. To survive, you must be tougher than the mud and more patient than the tides. You must possess an unwavering determination, a resilience that cannot be broken by hardship or disappointment. The swamp demands respect, and only those who are willing to endure its trials will have any chance of success. This isn't just a marsh. It's a legend. It's a place of myth and mystery, a realm where the boundaries between reality and imagination blur. The swamp is a living entity, a force that has shaped the history of Oak Island and continues to captivate the world. To challenge the swamp is to challenge history itself. It's a confrontation with the past, a struggle against the forces that have shaped the destiny of Oak Island. The swamp is a guardian of secrets, a keeper of forgotten lore, and only those who are worthy will be granted access to its hidden knowledge. Only the unbreakable endure. Only those with the strength to withstand its trials, the resilience to overcome its obstacles, and the unwavering determination to pursue their dreams will ever hope to conquer the swamp of broken dreams. The story of Oak Island is not one of triumph, but rather a chronicle etched in the harsh reality of failure. It's a narrative woven with threads of dashed hopes and unfulfilled promises. For over 2 centuries, spanning countless seasons and generations, it's drawn the hopeful, the obsessed, and those captivated by the allure of the unknown. Men and women driven by a singular purpose, to unlock the island's secrets. It began with a strange depression in the ground, an anomaly that whispered of hidden depths and buried mysteries. A spark that ignited the world's longest and perhaps most frustrating treasure hunt. A quest that has consumed lives and fortunes. Generations poured their lives, their energy and fortunes into this patch of earth, believing that untold riches lay just beneath the surface. The island gives just enough clues to keep the dream alive, tantalizing hints that fuel the obsession. Coconut fiber, found far from its natural habitat, a cryptic stone tablet, bearing inscriptions that defy easy translation. Ingenious booby traps flooded tunnels, a testament to the cunning of those who concealed the treasure, defeating every effort, turning ambition into bitter disappointment. The skeptics laughed, their voices echoing with cynicism, calling it a fool's errand, a pointless pursuit destined for failure. The list of failures is long, a litany of broken dreams and shattered hopes. Engineers with their slide rules and calculations, explorers driven by the thrill of the unknown, even a future president, drawn into the island's enigmatic embrace. Each believed they'd solved the mystery, that they possessed the key to unlock Oak Island's secrets, but the island held its ground, stubbornly guarding its secrets against all comers. The money pit collapsed, swallowed by the earth, its true location lost, adding another layer of complexity to the already daunting challenge. Searchers were left with nothing but debt and disappointment, their dreams turned to dust. The island became a symbol of obsession and caution, a testament to the seductive power of the unknown. Every new attempt carries the burden of all who failed before, the weight of history pressing down on their shoulders. The Lagina brothers faced this wall of doubt, this legacy of failure, clinging to their dream, determined to break the cycle. Oak Island is a relentless cycle of hope that flickers brightly in the face of overwhelming odds and despair, that threatens to extinguish that flame with each new setback. The search for treasure on Oak Island has seen its fair share of characters, each bringing their own unique approach to the age-old mystery. From seasoned historians meticulously piecing together clues from the past, to daring adventurers willing to risk it all in the pursuit of fortune. But then came Parker Schnabel, not a historian poring over ancient texts, or a romantic dreamer chasing a legend, but a gold miner, a practical, no-nonsense individual hailing from the rugged terrains of the Yukon. He brought heavy machinery, the kind that moves mountains, quite literally. Modern techniques, the latest in excavation and gold recovery technology, and relentless drive. A work ethic forged in the harsh conditions of the Klondike, where only the toughest survive. To him, the swamp wasn't some mystical, haunted place filled with ancient curses and pirate lore, but a geological problem, a puzzle to be solved with science and engineering, not a legend. If there's gold, or any treasure for that matter, you don't dig one hole. You dig it all. You analyze the soil, you move the earth, and you leave no stone unturned. Parker's team arrived like an army, a well-oiled machine ready to tackle any obstacle. Transforming the swamp with excavators, bulldozers, and a fleet of specialized equipment, and a custom wash plant designed to efficiently process vast quantities of earth and separate the gold from the surrounding sediment. This was no careful dig, no delicate archaeological excavation. It was a full-scale assault, a relentless, unapologetic pursuit of the treasure, whatever the cost. He didn't care about curses, the whispered warnings of ancient spirits or ghosts. The spectral guardians said to protect the island's secrets, just ounces per yard, the cold, hard metric of success in the gold mining world. His pragmatism, his down-to-earth approach was something entirely new to Oak Island. For the team, Parker was a force of nature, an unstoppable presence, bringing energy and focus, a laser-like intensity that cut through the years of speculation and doubt. He saw opportunity where others saw defeat, a chance to rewrite history and claim the ultimate prize. His mission, apply Yukon lessons, the hard-earned wisdom of a seasoned gold miner to this mysterious island. It was a massive gamble, a high-stakes bet with history itself. If he failed, he'd be just another name on the list, another footnote in the long and frustrating saga of Oak Island. But if he succeeded, if he actually found something of significance, he'd change Oak Island's story forever, cementing his place in the annals of treasure hunting. The old-timers used shovels, picks, and sheer determination. Parker used power, the brute force of modern engineering. The swamp's silence, the eerie quiet that had hung over it for centuries, was replaced by the roar of engines, the clatter of machinery, and the relentless hum of progress. He wasn't just a guest, a curious onlooker passing through. He was a partner in the quest, a fully invested member of the team, committed to seeing the mystery through to its end. His confidence was infectious, inspiring the rest of the team to push harder, dig deeper, and believe in the possibility of success. He looked at the swamp, not with fear or superstition, but with the trained eye of a gold miner, and saw pay dirt, a potential source of untold riches. The legend, the centuries-old mystery of Oak Island, was about to meet reality, the unyielding force of modern technology and the unwavering determination of a Yukon gold miner. The fight began and the swamp fought back. The mud was deeper and thicker than expected, swallowing equipment whole. Massive excavators struggled, their tracks churning uselessly. Every bucket of dirt was a victory. The crew worked from dawn to dusk, covered in mud, fighting gravity and sludge. Breakdowns were constant. The swamp's corrosive muck ate away at machinery. Hoses burst, engines failed, the wash plant clogged. Every repair meant hours lost. The weather was another enemy. Storms turned the site into a quagmire. Pumps struggled to keep the dig from flooding. Morale faded as days turned to weeks with little to show. The crew had to dig deep, supporting each other to keep going. Parker led from the front, never asking more than he'd do himself. He was in the mud, fixing breakdowns, refusing to give up. The swamp tested their endurance, and physically and mentally. Every morning they faced the same muddy monster. It was a battle for every inch, but they kept fighting. So, just as hope was fading, a miracle happened. During a routine sluice box cleanup, a crew member spotted something. A tiny, gleaming speck, almost too small to see, but unmistakable gold. The crew gathered, hearts pounding. Under a magnifying glass, it was pure, natural gold, a single flake, worthless in value, priceless in meaning. On Oak Island, it was everything, proof that gold existed in the swamp. The news spread like wildfire. Exhaustion vanished, replaced by adrenaline and purpose. That one flake reignited the fire in their souls. The mood transformed from grim acceptance to fierce determination. It was no longer a fool's errand, it was a real gold mine. The crew returned to work with new energy. The mud didn't seem as deep, the rain not as cold. They had a reason to fight again. Hope had returned to Oak Island. The dream was alive. The swamp had finally given up a secret. That first flake cracked the dam. The crew attacked the swamp with renewed hope. They refined their process, learning the swamp's secrets. Soon more flakes appeared, then a small pile of golden dust. Each find was a victory, celebrated by all. The vials began to fill. It wasn't a treasure chest, but it was real. They were pulling gold from a place that had defeated so many. The energy was electric. The team worked like a machine. They understood the swamp's rhythms, following a golden trail. The deeper they dug, the better the results. The specks grew larger. This was the turning point. Oak Island's search shifted from legend to gold rush. Parker's team had changed the game. They proved gold was here, no legend required. Science met myth, and the results were undeniable. The golden tide was turning. The swamp was finally giving up its secrets. The moment of truth arrived. The team worked a promising section of the swamp. The excavator bit deep, pulling up heavy, dark soil. As it fed into the wash plant, anticipation grew. The clean-out revealed not just dust, but pickers. Pieces of gold you could hold. The crew fell silent, then erupted in joy. This was the payoff for all the mud, rain, and doubt. They had hit the mother lode. Every piece was carefully gathered, hands shaking with excitement. Real treasure pulled from the legendary swamp. Parker grinned. He had done it. Yukon methods had paid off spectacularly. The skeptics were proven wrong. This was a victory for the whole Oak Island team. The legend was real. The swamp held gold, and they were the ones who found it. Years of searching finally rewarded. The impossible had become possible. Oak Island's greatest secret was no longer just a myth. News of the discovery reached Rick and Marty Lagina. They rushed to the swamp, hope and disbelief on their faces. Seeing the gold, Rick was moved to tears, tears of joy and vindication. Decades of belief finally proven. The old guard and new generation stood united, no egos, just shared success. The modern and the ancient had unlocked the island's secret. The gold was a symbol of perseverance and belief. Every crew member felt immense pride. They hadn't just moved dirt, they'd moved history. The swamp had finally rewarded the faithful. Tears of joy marked a new chapter. This discovery was just the beginning. The question was no longer if there was treasure, but why it was there. Was the gold natural or part of a greater mystery? The search entered a new phase. If gold is in the swamp, what else lies beneath? The legends now seemed possible. The island was no longer a place of failure, but of proven potential. The team could now search with precision and purpose. The swamp became a treasure map written in geology. The search would become more scientific, more forensic. The victory was a message to dreamers. Never give up. Oak Island's greatest secrets may still be waiting. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.